If you go across the bridge from the main area all the way over here, not everybody's going to have a door bridge, but you could build one if you'd like, so you could get a door bridge. Go this way on the outer edge here. This is the way I recommend you go, but it doesn't necessarily matter as long as you end up at Fancy Furnishings. And yes, another new item in Fancy Furnishings. I am super excited too to see a new item in Fancy Furnishings. The funny thing is that I'm so behind on these that like I literally just recorded the pink ball present video yesterday. But regardless, here we are. We have the new item here, the wobbly gift of doom and despair. And then we have a kind of like a squinting, kind of like crying face, I'd imagine, but using keyboard keys. The cost is 404 lumber bucks.
Subscribe to JB dragmotoxboss for millions of IQ. Also be sure to join my Discord server, JB's Palace.
There is a total of 6 on the shelf over there. We got 1 here, so we got a 7th. We got an 8th. We got a 9th. A 10th. Is there any more? 11th. So there's 11 of these on the shelf at a time. So it really looks like that Defaultio is going with the style of putting like a few items up on the top shelf there and then scattering the rest in the rest of the shop for some weird reason. Like I said in literally yesterday's video, it's always fun when Defaultio scatters the items around, and it looks like we're gonna have a Christmas where the items are scattered around. I mean, we got a freaking item on the fridge this year. That's so funny and cool. If you buy 5 of them, 2020. Now I will see how much it costs to buy all of them on the shelf at once. So the cost of 11 of them at once is probably going to be a lot more. But first I need to quickly get the fastest vehicle in the game and try to get to Fancy Furnishings before the sun sets and the shop unfortunately closes. So here's the deal about this present. Just like the ball present, this present also has had a variant of it released every single stock up season year. Every single stock up season Christmas. Every single stock up season December. Starting 2015, and now we have the 10th stock up season 2024. Another thing that actually looks pretty cool, I mean, it's not the same shade of pink, but look, pink, black, pink, black. How about that? But this is more of a, I'd assume that's like candy pink. It looks like a candy pink. And this is a neon pink, the pink ball present. I like neon pink better. Anyways, back to the Noob head. Yes, I think it's going to be a Noob head. Now, I literally did just say in the last video, I do think that one of these years, Defaultio is going to pull a trick on us and basically put the new ball, the pink ball, in the Noob head present and the Noob head in the ball present. I've had this theory for a couple of years, and the reason why I think this is because prior years, there was a green wrap Noob head released one year, and there was a purple Noob head inside, and then the next year, it was vice versa. The very next year, it was vice versa. I know in yesterday's video I said over a couple years later by mistake. No, it was literally the next year. Now, why is opening the ball present so important? That's because if you open it right at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Christmas Day, the moment you open the ball, you could try to get the lowest serial number. And the lower serial number you have, the more special and rare it is, the more you could sell it for. You could have bragging rights. Hold on a moment. Did some of these despawn? I swear to goodness. Yeah, some of them despawned. Oh, no, I didn't even get all of them, actually. Never mind. Okay, this is 9, and then I gotta get the 10th, and then the 11th. Where's the 11th? If it despawned or if it... It did. Ah, hurry, hurry, hurry! Oh, quick, 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 quick! Okay, all right. Okay, this is intense. Let's do this. 4,444 for 11 of these. That's interesting. I forgot to directly say this in this specific video, but by the way, at 4 a.m., make sure to bring both the Noob head present and the ball present this year, because I really think that they're going to be swapped. All right, it is now daytime. Let's get back to stocking up. So this time I'll start over here and get this one. And what I'll do is I'll just slowly get all the presents here. This one's number 2. Then we got to get the one on the bed. Again, I really think this is like really random and cool because a couple of them are next to pink ball presents. Then a couple of them are alone. A couple of the pink ball presents are alone. Yeah, it's really just randomized. Also, whenever a bunch of these presents get loaded into the back of a vehicle, it looks like just like a bunch of like coal chunks or something like that. Like a bunch of pieces of coal. And I have to say, they are quite strangely placed on this shelf, though. The ones placed on the shelf there. I knew that the black noob head was eventually going to exist. You know, all prior years, it seems like most of the other colors were taken besides black, so I knew it was eventually coming. And eventually, the white ball present is going to come as well. Sucks. That one disappeared. Okay, we'll have to buy these 10. 9, huh? No, there's 10. No, there's 9. What? All right, I'm not even going to grab all of them then. How about this? I might grab a couple on the side there and then a bunch on top of the shelf there and then call it a day for gathering the items all in one swoop. We also got a bunch of friends in here. King DJ, I'm Mr. Jacob, and we have Bill of the Boss. Thank you, everybody, for joining the game. Nice to see you here. Now, as for the cost of this present is relatively more on the expensive side, but it's still very relatively cheap. This present is even cheaper than this year's pumpkin, which was considered like the cheapest in a long time out of all different types of pumpkins released in recent years. And I don't think I specifically, well, actually, I did specifically say this. I did specifically say this somewhere on my YouTube channel. This year's the very first year that there's not a jack-o'-lantern. Strange, huh? I do have to say, I love the look of the black noob head present and the pink ball present and how they look next to each other. They complement each other. They kind of match. Well, actually, I don't know if technically that's the word, but like they look cool next to each other. Like there's a bright one and then a dark one. So I really like the look of that. The complete opposite color Noob Head, which released back in 2022, I have to be honest, that was the worst Noob Head of all time. I honestly liked stocking up on it for a little bit, and then I'm just like, nah, I like instantly stopped liking stocking up on that one. It was absolutely terrible. And another thing, last year, regarding the Noob Head presents and the ball presents, they seem to be pretty distanced last year. Why do I say this? Because besides the blue steel axe, well, the blue steel axe is technically not a present. The Noob Head present was the first present to be added in the game last year, and the ball present, last year's ball present, was the last one. And now, finally, we got these presents releasing consecutively, because that's usually what happens every single year. And in fact, more than just like, oh, they release consecutively, they're pretty much best friends. They're hanging out. They're like, there's a bunch of them next to each other in different locations in this shop. So this really makes me think that Defaultio is finally going to do a Noob Head and ball swap of these two presents. They're literally hanging out with each other this year. They're more together rather than separated, more than ever before, or at least more than ever before from what I remember stocking up. This is the 5th year that I've been stocking up. This is my 5th stock up season. So, like I said, make sure to have both Noob Head presents and ball presents right on your base when you are opening presents for to get the lowest serial number. And another thing is that if you're, if you think to do that, either for my advice or not for my advice, whatever, you have a much higher chance of getting a single digit ball. All right? Because there's going to be so many people who don't think of doing this. In fact, I'm, if not the only one, at least one of the only people to ever really have both of them, because I always think that they're going to intermingle one day. I always think that they're going to be swapped. I always like every single year. This is a present I actually love stocking up on. This looks so cool when I stock up on it. It looks so cool. Now, the pink ball present, I don't like stocking up on that as much, of course, because of the cost. But the look, it's amazing. It doesn't look as good as the Noob Head present. I prefer the look of the Noob Head present. But it's nothing compared to how icky 2022 Christmas was. Literally, there was only 6 presents, and half of them were black, white, and gray. Yeah, absolutely terrible. Now, I know that this one technically is, I guess technically black, white, and gray, or black and gray, but I do kind of see like a blue tint onto it. And I honestly would rather, like, this one actually looks pretty good. Like, I'd have to look at it close, maybe get like a color picker or something, so I could get the hex code of this exactly, so that I can know what's the exact color of this. But regardless, this does look really nice to stock up on. Unlike the black, white, and gray presents back in 2022. They are terrible. Also, I have to thank King DJ. I did a trade with, well, actually, I sold him some items for my base. I sold him some items yesterday, and I got 1.5 mil for all the items that I sold. So, yeah, I got good money off the items. So now I don't really have to worry about money to stock up this year, unless, like, there's really expensive presents and I want to get a bunch of them. I mean, there's probably going to be an axe present this year, so I might want to stock up on a bunch of them. Although I am purposely going to use one of my bases and probably record a video of it. It's not this YouTube base. And you know what? As a matter of fact, here's something that I didn't fully think about. JB's gift shop is going to suffer for these new items. Except for the pumpkins and the candy bags, because I got enough of those. It's not too late to get ball presents and Noob Head presents. So, I am going to do a live stream on Christmas Day itself for the opening of the ball present to get the lowest possible number, serial number on the ball for this year. So, on that stream, I'm probably going to get some catching up done, and I'm probably going to get like a couple truckloads of each item so that I can have a bunch of items to stock the shelves of JB's gift shop. But something I didn't really thoroughly think of, I did not stock up thoroughly enough to have a good stock for JB's gift shop on the Thanksgiving items this year. I only stocked up on the Thanksgiving items, the 2024 Thanksgiving items on this base. I did not really think that one through. Now, of course, I have less motivation for the game, but yeah, I did not fully think it through. That's it for this video.